folks, this is Mark with OrientWatchUSA.com, and this is FFE06001W. Now this is part of Orient's diver series, but what makes this so different from the other divers is the fact that it's got a GMT function. Now, a diver watch has certain characteristics that it needs at least a 200-meter rating. It needs a unidirectional bezel, it needs a screw-down crown, it needs, what's it called, luminous hands and whatnot. It has everything, but maybe just a luminous second hand. Other than that, it's got almost everything that you need for a diver's watch. One other thing, you need a time-lapse bezel. It doesn't have to be unidirectional, like I said before. That was a mistake, but you need to have a lapse time. So it's pretty close to a diver's watch, folks. But this is the first one that has come with this movement under the diver automatic section. So it is absolutely quite a new watch. So let me first show you how to take off the watch. It's very, very simple. You'll notice that the Orient logo is on the back. Go ahead and use the safety that you see right above it to release it just by putting it up like this. Use the two buttons to release the watch. Notice how it folds back in design. Here, click. Use the safety to secure the lock. Now the band is solid, as you can tell right over here. And as you can see from the back, which is much easier to see the beauty of the band, that you decide to go with a matte finish band that's completely untapered. For the profile of the case, you can see how this 200-meter case really does stick out. It is not such a small case. It's not so overly large that you can't wear it, but at the same time, it has got some weight to it. Let me go ahead and show you the case back too, which does have the Orient logo as well as some of the product information located in the back. What I want to do is I want to place it on a stand, and what that's going to allow me to do is explain to you, at least for a short bit, explain to you some of the things that's going on the dial. So if you can take a nice little zoom up, Chris. What you'll notice over here is that the hour indices are all luminous. The hour and the minute hands are luminous. Like I said to you before, the second hand and the GMT hand are not. I want to make sure that's nice and clear. Notice they decided to go with two shades of white. Although the white that they use in the back could be probably characterized better as maybe a brushed stainless steel. The inner bezel, as you can see, notice over here, they decided to go with a matte white, which complements well with that use of metal. I'm not quite sure if it's metal, but from the look of it, that's exactly what it looks like. What you'll see here is a bidirectional bezel. You'll notice that they have nautical signs as well with degrees and whatnot on it, as well as in the inner ring, you'll see a 24-hour indicator, which is used specifically for your GMT function. So let me go ahead and take it off the stand now, and so I can show you how to pivot the movement using the crown as well as showing you how the bezel works. So taking it off, what I want to do first is unscrew the crown, which simply you just have to unscrew until you feel a release. Now, there's two settings on this crown. On the first setting, you can see that I can pivot date. Right now it's at 21. I'm going to take it back to 1. I'm going to pull it out one more step, and now I can adjust time as such. Once I'm done always setting the time, you always want to put it back in and screw it in. But for the purposes of this video, I want to show you how the GMT works. So I want to use an example, okay? Say, for example, we're in Los Angeles, and right now it's noon. But we want to know what it's going to be in Hawaii, and I believe Hawaii to be 3 hours before us, so I'm going to use this example that Hawaii is at 9 a.m. Now, it's bi-directional, folks, so it's actually very quick to set. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and place the 9 o'clock where the GMT hand is. And as you can see, if I keep on wearing the watch, as time progresses forward to the next hour, that the GMT hand does pivot over to the 10, which is exactly 3 hours before 1 a.m. And similarly, as it goes forward, you can see how it always maintains the time of both time zones. Now, in time zones, the only thing that you're really concerned about is the hour. Because why? Because the minutes and the seconds are all the same. The only difference between time zones typically is just the hour. And that's why the GMT only requires an additional hour hand to denote another time zone. All right, folks, I hope that the explanation was good, but just before I go, I just want to show you how to screw back in the crown. I just put a little pressure and just rotate until it catches. One thing that you're going to notice about Orient watch is that we really celebrate the mechanical movement. And as you can see from this example over here, what's powering this watch is a mechanical device just like this, okay? So it doesn't require a battery. All it does, it requires a little movement while you're wearing it. As you can see, the oscillating weight is moving as I'm moving the watch. That motion winds a spring, and the spring powers the timing device of the watch. So this is what your grandparents talk about as the watch. This is the old school design. So hope that, if you do a little bit of research, that this is something for you. All right, folks, this is FFE06001W. Hope to see you wearing one soon.